This is Padotsky, the snatch bronze medalist, who clearly hasn't yet got the strength to really contest this particular discipline. He's currently in 4th place overall on 379. This is another 4 kilos, so this would take him to 383. He weighs less than the Pole Bonk, who's currently in the lead, so for a few moments at least he'd go into 1st place if he can do this.
Stał. Ładna.
Well, just about. But as we said, David, 195, he's now improved his personal best to 206, so you can't really criticise him. And 3 good clean and jerks.
Yes, and 2 new personal bests.
That's interesting. Only made 1 out of 3 of those snatch attempts. The 177. Had he had a bit more success there, would have just given him a slightly stronger chance to hang on in the lead, or to at least get into the lead. So Navarro 208, 2nd attempt.
Well, I thought he'd have sort of struggled a bit more to hold on to that, because he's very, very strong in the 2nd phase, and even after a hard clean, he's still capable of finishing that off. So,
yeah, he's again another man who's pretty close to his best mark, but he hasn't been as impressive as his teammate Martinez. So, Bonk. Come on. Now, does he have what it takes? Maybe the effort of the clean.
Yes, he had to really work hard out of that squat position, especially in the sort of phase just above parallel. So he got stuck and had to just drive through, which he did. But of course it drains the energy for the 2nd phase. And even though you're kind of resting, you've still got to hold that weight across the shoulders. And just left the hips slightly behind the bar.
Oh, Barbara living every moment there. She knows exactly what it's like So Martinez 208, currently in 5th place overall. This will take him up to 383 and into 2nd spot overall, behind Patotsky of Belarus. Is that a bit too close to the windpipe as well?
Yeah, I think so. Just a bit too much today.
Yeah.
So he stays on 200 and has a total of 375.
I've got him on 377 actually.
377? No, he missed 177 snatch, clean and jerk 200 on his opener.
I've got him having...
There's 2 of them, remember?
Yeah, I've got him having clean and jerk 202.
200. We've got him at, maybe. He's in at 198, end up at 200. I've got him, maybe he should be...
I've got his first check there. First attempt was good at 202. We'll check.
Check.
So, be good if you can do this, David. Be really, really pleasing, because this would give him the lead back and it take him up to 387.
That's better. Now needs to get the hips through and under the bar this time. Which he does.
Yeah,
well done.
So great stuff. Bartolomej Bonk for Poland, making real progress. Had a problem and solved it. 387, he leads. And now his fate, in terms of where he ends up, is in the hands of others. So Bonk leading with 387, Patotsky on 383. Both men have finished their lifting. The man from the B group, Bratin, on 380. So Kazabiev, the junior world champion, and this is all about consolation prizes, David, because failed all his 3 snatch attempts, so question of what he can find. Is there some sort of consolation prize available to him, I wonder? Big split, but I think he's done it. So 210, he's got a score on the board at last. And for those of you who like a little illustration, David Morgan's special lifts of weight equations. He's just lifted the equivalent of an average mountain gorilla. 210 kilos. How you worked that out and where you tested it? Did you pop down to Cambridge Zoo or something? Of course, what that does do, of course, David, is to put him right up there in the clean and jerk at the moment. But now the Russian, Andrei Skorobogatov, also going for 310 kilos.
210.
Sorry, 210. Another gorilla.
Another average.
Mountain gorilla.
Not a big one, just an average one.
And he's done it. Well, he needed that because he was way down in 12th place at the halfway stage on only 168 kilos, so not really at the party, but that has helped. Pushed him up into 5th overall at the moment. Bonk leading with 387, Patotsky on 383. Bratan on 380 from the B group, and then after that Patotsky on 3. Oh well, actually, hang on a second. The computer's gone a bit haywire, so I'll pause.
So 210. Needs to stand. Good. Now, hand adjustment. The dip and the drive. Good effort. Deserved that.
We're just thinking ahead. Bashayev posting 2:15 as his opener, but Kolechki 2:23, and Kolechki's going to need that edge, isn't he, to start to close the gap.
It's going to be interesting to see if Kolechki's the man that he was the last time we saw him. Got that world record at 2:32, and I think that if he's going to catch up with Bashayev, he might actually need to do that.
Worth just mentioning at the moment, David, that Donatas Anushkevicius of Lithuania, who also clean and jerked 210 on his third attempt by lighter body weight, is still actually he needed 210. Oh, they haven't put in the 211 yet, have they? But this could change it. But he's actually leading this at the moment. This is Demyanev of Russia. And he's now the new leader in the clean and jerk. And also overall goes to 387, which pushes Bartholomew Bonk down into 2nd place because he's just that fraction lighter.
And the music signifies that it's Greece.
Yeah, Kotidis. So 212 kilos on the bar for his opener. Kotidis at the halfway stage down and 9th place, 14 kilos off the leader. Still possibly in with a chance of maybe a silver or bronze, who knows. This for the lead in the clean and jerk in any case. 20 seconds. Kratza
ψηλά το στήθος.
Yeah, just brings the right leg forward there. And that's 4 out of 4. So good lifting by the Greek. I wonder what the next question from Yakovu is going to be for him. So, it's been an interesting championship in many ways, David, hasn't it? Because a lot of new generation lifters coming out of juniors here, and quite a lot of promising performances. People you could see, you know, if things went their way and they avoided injury, you know, you could see them getting really competitive in a couple of years' time. In terms of, you know, striving for an Olympic title, for which, of course, only 3 medals are available. There's no individual discipline medals.
Yes, which actually 1 medal is available, just the overall. He's really giving it everything today, this man.
Yeah, trying to make up for this in the clean and jerk phase. No.
So close.
What did Queen Victoria say? There is no second. She was asked in the America's Cup when we lost it to America, and they came over to challenge us, and they were sailing around the Isle of Wight, and she asked her aide who was leading, and was told that the American boat was leading, and she said, and who is second? And they said, there is no second, ma'am. And there is second and third in the Olympic Games, but for so many people it is all about being champion.
Well, having said that, let's face it, it's a pretty big achievement just to get there with the qualifying standards now.
Absolutely. I mean, to be an Olympian in your own right, to make the A final, you did it a couple of times. I mean, but you know, if you'd have just managed to get the medal, David, you'd have been so happy.
Well, of course, that's what all the hard work's for.
So here's Pashayev, our halfway leader, going in at 214.
He's come down from 215. Maybe he knows something that we don't.
Well, maybe he's just playing safe. Get the total. Oh. Well, the world and European champion at 214. He lifted 216 in the Worlds in Doha.
Now, if he only managed to lift this, that would leave Kolechki needing 226, wouldn't it? 12 kilos more.
Yes.
The 11 plus the 1 kilo for body weight.
And there you can see Kolechki posted at...
Come down.
Yeah, he's come down as well. See, I don't think Kolechki is... You see, here he is coming in at 214. I don't think he's in... You know, he's certainly not in 232 form.
Or he's just going for the gold medal on the clean and jerk, and you're going to use all 3 attempts. Well, I think this lift will tell the tale.
Hard enough, but strong enough overhead. So Kolechki, because he's got a score on the board, goes to 389 ahead of Demyanov and Bartholomew Bonk, his teammate, down into 3rd place. 389, 387, 387. What do you reckon, David? Didn't look easy.
He's not as strong as he was. I'm not sure how he'd cope with another 12 kilos on top of that. But he's the European and the world record holder. So,
of course, if Pashayev were to run into trouble, David, you know, he's not made the first one. If he doesn't make this one.
Well, that was a sensible lift. 214 was a sensible lift because it means he's guaranteed the silver overall, and he can now just fight this one out.
No, knee down. And
things are looking up for Kolechki.
Yeah. I can't help thinking back to Sydney when he had Kakashvilis at his mercy and he didn't close him out. That was a complete...
Well, Kakashvili though played a very clever game. He actually was injured. He had no intention of coming out on any more weight at all, but he didn't let Kolechki know, and the coaches just kept putting the weight up, and Kolechki kept following
and suckered him.
Yeah.
But he should have closed him out and taken the goal.
So this man, leader in the snatch, now left with one attempt remaining. He gets it, he goes into the lead, fouls it, Kolechki has gold.
Remember though, David, in terms of clean and jerk, there's still men out there with attempts. So it's not quite all over.
That's true.
Still got Kortidis. Still got Demyanov.
Yes, Demyanov actually is still dangerous. That's right.
And Skoro Boga.
Because he's lighter than Kolechki, and he's a kilo ahead in the snatch.
Yeah. So 2:15 on the bar now. So Kortidis at the moment in 4th place, and this would take him to 387. Looking at his body weight, 93.55. This is a clever choice. This would take him up into 2nd place overall on lighter body weight. So
this would take him ahead of Bonk
and Demyanov, because Demyanov's on 387 as well. So Yakaru right on the mark here. I'll just sort of sit into this with about 10 seconds to go. Only 9 left. Well, he's doing ever so well, David. That's 5 out of 5. And up into 2nd place. And he's got one more attempt.
Still what, 20 years of age?
Oh yeah, I mean he's
86.
Yeah,
so
20 years of age.
Junior, good for the next Olympics.
Perfect. Yeah, and he's got one of the top men in the world to guide him. Not only in terms of training, but psychologically as well. Well, this is the man who actually had the better of the argument with Kortidis in the Junior Worlds, but he's left to scrap for clean and jerk honours. But 2:16 on the bar. Still got 2 attempts, this one and another. Incidentally, that successful 2nd clean and jerk by Kortidis was another personal best by 5 kilos. So he really is having a good time. It's Kortidis leading the clean and jerk. Still Kolechki leading overall, 389 to Kortidis, who's only now 2 kilos behind him and is lighter. Well, the moment of truth can't be far away, David. Now, Pashaev's had 2 cracks at 214, and he's put the bar up to 216.
Yeah, just to give himself a breather.
Desperate times for desperate measures. But I think this would be a real shock. Couldn't imagine at the beginning of the day that the world and European champion wouldn't be on the medal podium, but that is what faces him.
No. Well,
will they give him that?
Will they give him it? I don't know. I mean, I would have thought it was a bit of a press out, but...
Well, he's got it. And it puts him to 402. Escape from jail.
Leaves Kolechki needing 228 kilos now to beat him.
Yeah, that's only 4 kilos short of his European and world record. That's a huge ask. I don't think he's in condition to do that. So at the moment, Pashayev has Azerbaijan. He's the defending European champion. And he's in the lead from Kolechki in silver, and Kotidis, who's in the bronze medal position. Demjanov at 4th, Bartolomew Bonk of Poland in 5th place. But there's only 2 kilos separating 2nd and 5th. So it really does show you how hotly contested this category's been. But I think Mr. Pashayev can count himself a bit lucky. Do you reckon, David?
Well, it could have gone either way.
But 216, that's exactly what he lifted in Doha. I think he can rightly kiss the ground and thank the heavens. So now Skoro Bokatov of Russia, the bar going to 217, which would of course put him straight into the lead in the clean and jerk.
Yes, had a disappointing snatch result with 168.
Well, he's got another go, but whatever ambitions he had, in terms of the overall, he still could get a medal in the clean and jerk, of course. But Pashayev leading, 216. I think the next lift from Kotidis is the one I'm really looking forward to, David, from the Greek lad. Greece haven't got a medal yet at these championships. So it'd be very timely, like Germany. Well, not like Germany, but in a similar sense, trying to rebuild their team. A medal here would be a big boost for Yakubu. So, Demjanov.
Yeah, so this would put him into 2nd on the overall, and of course 1st on the clean and jerk.
Yeah, take him to 393, but Kolechki can come back at him. Kolechki's going to have to come back at him, because that's good. So, Andrei Demjanov delivering in this second phase. And he did 223 in the nationals.
So it's within his capabilities.
Yeah, he's... well, what was interesting was the fact that in the Junior Worlds last year, it was the clean and jerk where he had real problems. He couldn't do 204, he couldn't do 205 twice, so there's already a heck of a difference. But Kotidis now, 217. So, 2 more kilos.
Yeah, put him on 289.
Or 389.
389 even.
Yeah.
And ahead of
Kolechki.
Kolechki, yeah.
Come on, drive up.
Μη βιάζεσαι.
Oh, what a pity, because that would have given him the lead in the clean and jerk. As it is, stays in 3rd place. What a pity that is, David. That medal I was talking about a few moments ago just might elude him now.
But he's young and he's improving. This isn't his day.
There've been 1 or 2, haven't they, from Michaela Breeze for our own British team, just missing out on an overall medal by the odd kilo. There 1 or 2 athletes who've been so close in these championships. So Demyanov leading the clean and jerk with 217. He's got 1 more to go. Now Skorobogatov weighed in at 93.60, and that's too heavy. He's got to go. Actually, he's on the same.
Going up to 280.
Yeah, I was going to say he's on the actually weighed in at exactly the same weight as Demyanov. So the 2 Russians. It's what you call balanced eating. That used to happen, didn't it? You know, in your day, there were
well, when the ruling was that if 2 people weighed the same and lifted the same, they both got gold medals. There were a couple of occasions where some Russians weighed in at exactly the same weight and totaled exactly the same weight, so that they could get more gold medals, basically.
How do you do that, though?
Well, they did it. They did it.
Which is more than you could say for Andrei Skorobogatov. He's having a horrible day. He's finished on a total of 378, so nothing for him. It's all down to Demyanov, who's leading the clean and jerk. He's got 1 more attempt. Kolechki's got 2. Demyanov at the moment in overall silver. Kolechki secure in overall bronze. But Demyanov at the moment, well, he's massive. He's 9 kilos behind Pashayev. And Kolechki, well, he's got 2 left, but he's what? 11, 13.
228.
Yeah. So 5 kilos. I think the first thing he's got to do is to get back into silver and make sure that Demyanov can't attack him there, really. So this will give him 394 and put him back into silver. It will obviously also give him the lead in the clean and jerk. But is he strong enough? Can he clean it? Maybe if he gets it on his shoulders, David, maybe he can finish it off, but is he strong enough for the first phase? Answer, yes. Certainly strong enough overhead if he can stand still. Good fight. That's more like it. That's more like it. That's what we wanted to see. And the Olympic silver medalist from Sydney proves that there's fire in the belly. Well, Poland in the men's division have come so close to medals. Krzysztof Stramiak last night just missing out by the odd kilo. That isn't going to happen today. So Kolechki now at this particular moment is 8 kilos, effectively 9 kilos behind. I think it really depends on Demyanov's last attempt, really, doesn't it, David? I mean, Kalecki needs Demyanov to come out for that final attempt before he comes out, so he knows what he's got to do.
He needs him to come out and he needs him to come out before and hopefully miss.
Yeah. So
that he can take the big jump. Although I really don't see him doing much more than the 2:19. I think 2:28 is probably asking too much.
Well, here's the junior world champion, 18-year-old Arsen Kasabiev, going for the big consolation prize. Nothing in the snatch, nothing to bring forward. Failure at 2:16, ignored that. Thinks he's strong enough. Put the bar to 2:20. Well, very simply, if he does it, he gets a medal. Simple as that in the clean and jerk. Could even be the gold. This will make life interesting. Come on. Come on.
Oh, he's done really well, Tom.
Oh, that is brilliant. Very deep split, but he retrieved, and 2:20 underlines the Georgian's promise for the future. And he goes to the top of the clean and jerk rankings. Just seen two terrific pieces of fighting, David. First Kalecki, now this man. And how difficult is this?
Well, he was in, all the positions were wrong. Somehow he managed to get under it and hold on to it.
Well, he's got, at worst, a bronze, maybe a silver, could even be a gold.
So and shame you missed all those snatches.
Yeah, and you never know, with the other two boys rather concentrating on the overall total. Kalecki's got to find another couple of kilos to go past him in the clean and jerk, and likewise for Demyanov, because they're both heavier than him. So Georgia, that's another country on the medal table, David. So we had 16 countries, we've now got 17, with Poland 18. This is very good news, very healthy. Now, well,
2:26. Well, it's not enough, is it, to take the overall?
Well, no.
I'm not quite sure what the 2:26 is. Maybe it's to push the, try and just...
2:27, Demyanov, high stakes poker, Demyanov, 2:27, Kalecki's, well, he's won the tactical battle, he's yet to win the lifting battle. So Demyanov now 2:27, this is a 10 kilo increase to take him to 4:03. So this is the big lift to take the championship. He needs this because he's heavier than Pashayev. Now, remember, in the Nationals, he lifted 2:23. So this is a land which he's yet to visit. Well, certainly on a competition stage. So 4 kilos more than his lifetime best in competition, and this to take the lead in the 94 kilo European Championship. No. So Kalecki now knows, David, that he's definitely got the silver medal.
And he's got an opportunity to go for the 2:28, which I think he'll go for, but on his best day, he could do it. Today, I really wouldn't put any money on him. But I think he's pretty happy that he's got the overall silver, to be honest.
Yeah, Kalecki, if he goes for the 2:28, what's that? That's 9 kilos, which is the 9 kilos he needs, isn't it? Yep, it is. It's the 9 kilos, as you said.
12 kilos. He needs 12 kilos.
Well, no. He's on 219. He's got that, so it's 9 kilos now that he's down. Oh, what's happening?
No, he's not doing it.
No.
He's not. He's going to stay with. He's going to. It's too much.
Well, the trouble is he's teased the audience, isn't he? Yeah, they put the bar up to 220, but...
So the Georgian won the gold on the clean and jerk.
Yeah, which was always on the cards here, but it's Pashev by a whisker. Kolechki just not fine-tuned. They've accepted it. The audience disappointed, but probably a wise thing, because he's had so many injuries, particularly to his back, that it would be silly to put it at risk at this stage. It's a long way to go. World Championships in the Dominican Republic and next year in Thailand, but Kolechki's given Poland its first overall medal here at these championships. Pashayev, well, he was fortunate today, David. If Kolechki had been more tuned up, then maybe he would have lost the title. As it is, Pashayev hangs on to his European title. The statistics make it look as if it was an easy win, but it wasn't. Kasabiev, though, takes, as you say, the clean and jerk gold. 210, 220, that big third lift. And then Kolechki, 219, so silver. And Demyanov of Russia, another promising talent, 217, having his moment to go for glory, but not ready for it today. And Pashayev, fourth in the clean and jerk. That 216 saving the day for him. And interesting, you see Potocki there of Belarus in the first part of the competition. Potocki